Check, check, check. Check, check. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Mount Mary University basketball. Today's contest features the visiting Emmaus Bible College Eagles and your Mount Mary University Blue Angels. The Blue Angels are coming off a loss in their season opener last night against rival Alverno. Final score there was 75-31. The visiting Emmaus Bible College Eagles are currently 2-2 heading into today's game. We take it over to our PA announcer for today's starting lineups and the national anthem. folks, and there you have it. Getting ready to kick off another home opener of Mount Mary University basketball. Again, the Blue Angels started their season last night at Alverno College. The final score there, Alverno came away with the victory 75-31 at Alverno College. Today is the home opener for the Mount Mary University Blue Angels. A lot of new faces on the roster this year. Hopefully some good turnaround. As you saw there in the starting lineup, 4 of the 5 starters are new, as the tip goes to Emmaus Bible College. Swung over to Madison Labe here. She drives to the lane. Back to Labe in the corner now. She drives and she's stripped. Mount Mary brings it the other way. Here is Richardson across the timeline, and she sets up the offense for the Blue Angels. Blue Angels are in their home whites here, as Emmaus Bible College in the visiting blue. This is Yort here at the free throw line. She puts up a shot, it's deflected, rebounded by Runge. It's rattled around, again picked up by Runge. Swung out to Richardson for 3. No good. That was Rachel West with the rebound for the Eagles. This is Labe for 3. That one's off the mark. Rebounded there by Yort. Taylor Yort, a freshman out of Omaha, Nebraska. That's her with the top at the top of the key there. Now setting a pick. Ball's tipped out and reset by Richardson here. Swung over to Oviedo. Here's Runge baseline. And we've got a foul here. It looks like it's going to be on Sharon Tomlinson for the Eagles. That'll be her first personal foul. Tomlinson, a sophomore from Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Here's Oviedo with the inbounds pass now. Out to Richardson. Richardson's going to drive. She's going to spin. Lost the handle a little bit. Mount Mary able to keep the possession here. Here's Oviedo setting up the offense. And that was Katie Swarford on the drive there, drawing another foul. A little confusion here. The Eagles look like they wanted to sub, but it looks like the referees are not going to allow it here. Oh, and now they do. This is Marissa Kurtua checking in for the Eagles. Here's Richardson on the wing. She drives middle, and it's a traveling violation. Pretty solid defense there by the Eagles. This is Nakia Kimball walking the ball up the court here as Mount Mary is in a little zone press. Swung to the corner now. This is Rachel West. No good on the three-point attempt. And rebounded by Swarford. Swarford now pushes. Kicks to Oviedo. And now back to Swarford as she sets up the offense. Tried to use a pick there by, that's Tajay Williams. But she was called for the offensive foul there. Her first personal foul. Kimball again sets up the offense. Swings it to West. Now Labe with the drive. No good. West with the rebound. That one's off the mark. Still 0-0 here in the first quarter, as the Mount Mary Blue Angels walk it up the court now. Back to Oviedo. Off the screen. She's rolling. Bungie with the drive. Ball's deflected. Out of bounds. Good play there by Madison Labe of the Eagles. Labe comes in as the Eagles' leading scorer this year, averaging 15.5 points per game so far in their 4 games this year. Ball is inbounded to Swarford. She drives. Kicks off. Excuse me, that is Katie Swarford with the first basket of the game. The assist there by Ariel Oviedo. Here's the Mount Mary in the press now. Little pressure. They get it to Kimball. She takes a little off-balance shot. No good. Rebounded by Jess Runge, the junior transfer from Freedom, Wisconsin. And she loses the ball out of bounds. Good defense there by Nakia Kimball. We'll go the other way. Eagles push now. That was Labe on the drive. She draws the foul. Foul is called on Chandrika Richardson. That was her first foul. Tomlinson into Kimball now. Kimball drives, kicks off. That is Kurtula. Now Labe with the drive. Pretty solid defense there by Bungie. Shot by Kimball, no good. And Richardson comes up with the rebound. A little pressure here by Emmaus Bible. And a little too much contact there. Foul is on Madison Labe. Her first personal foul of today's game. Oviedo pushes the ball now back to Runge. She puts up a three. Off the rim 3 times. No good. That's Kurtula with the ball. She pushes up the court. Off to Labe. She tries a three. No good. The rebound battled around. Eagles keep possession here. And Kimball sets up the offense now to Labe. Oh, and a nice cut there by Rachel West. Found by Labe for the basket. Here is Oviedo across the timeline. One of the many newcomers here from Mount Mary. Oh, it looked like it was stripped, but it's kept by Swofford. Her jump shot in the key was no good. And we've got a traveling violation called on Madison Labe. New player in for the Blue Angels. That's going to be Becky Onen, one of the few returners here for this year's Mount Mary team, as she checks in for the first time in today's game. 5 minutes left here in the first quarter. Score is tied 2-2. Here's Runge now off the screen by Onen. Runge on a shot in the paint, no good. Here's the Eagles now pushing up the court, and a good defensive play there by Oviedo, taking away that overhead pass as she resets the offense now. Here's Swofford. We've got an offensive foul called on Chandrika Richardson. That will be her second personal foul on that illegal screen set there. Trying to get her teammate open. And it looks like we have our first timeout called. Just to recap Mount Mary's roster changes here. Only 2 familiar faces from last year's team. That would be one Chandrika Richardson, who is now a senior this year, guard out of Atlanta, Georgia. She and Becky Onen are the only 2 returners from last year's squad. Becky, a 5'10 sophomore from Grafton, Wisconsin. She just checked into the game here a couple minutes ago. But a lot of fresh faces here for the Blue Angels. So far today's game has been a very defensive-minded battle. Just 2 points apiece. We'll see if the Blue Angels can keep this defensive pressure up now. as it looks like they will spread up into a pressure zone. Maybe a half-court trap here by the Blue Angels. That's Kimball at the top here. She's pressured by Oviedo. Dishes it off to West. Looks like Onan got a hand on that ball. And it's kicked back out for the Eagles. That's Kurtula with the jumper, no good. And Onan in the middle getting the board. Runge pushes the ball up. That's Swofford with the layup attempt. Off the mark. And Labe comes down with the rebound for the Eagles. Kimball with the pick and roll. Kurtula kind of falls down. They'll scramble for the ball. And the Blue Angels come up with it. They look ahead. Here's Onan on a 1-on-3. Good idea to pull it back out. Here's Runge now and Oviedo with the ball. She goes baseline. Beats her opponent. Oh, and the layup is no good. Nakia Kimball now walking the ball up. She gets to West. Pardon me, that was Labe. Here's West. The Eagles swing the ball around the top of the key. Here's Kimball now getting into the paint and draws the foul. She'll go to the line. Looks like the foul called on Jess Runge. If you're not familiar with the rule changes this year, it looks like women's college basketball has gone to a 4-quarter format. Previously it was 2 halves, but now we have 4 quarters, 10 minutes each. And so the foul situation has changed a little bit as well. Instead of having your typical 7 fouls for bonus and 10 fouls for the double bonus or super bonus, now it is after 4 fouls per quarter, teams will shoot 2 free throws. They will go automatically to the double bonus here. There's a nice shot by Swofford off the assist from Runge. The Blue Angels lead 4-3 here in the opening quarter. Kimball blows by the defense. This was Hallie Howard, just checked into the game for the Eagles. She's off the mark. And Swofford looks to push, gets it to Runge. Onan at the top of the key. Here's Oviedo. Off the screen. Angels look to run the offense. And a kick ball there. Looks like Kimball kicked the ball as they were trying to enter it into the post to Onan. Here's the inbound by the Blue Angels. Onan with the jumper. And that's good. Nice shot there by Becky Onan to get her going with her first points of the game. Here's that pressure again by the Angels. Swings it up ahead. That's Howard off the mark. Looks like Swofford maybe caused a little bit of a problem there for Howard. Here's Runge off the screen by Onan. Runge in the lane. Floater is good. Nice move there by Jess Runge, junior from Freedom, Wisconsin. Here's the pressure again by the Blue Angels as Kimball walks it up. Swings it now to Howard. And we have a foul called on 14, Katie Swofford. Her first personal foul. Looks like the coach Mark Heido of the Blue Angels, looks like that was a pretty good trap. Right where he wanted his defenders to be. It just looks like they made a little too much contact. This is Allie Howard at the line. And she's off the mark with her first free throw attempt. Now again, after 4 free throws in each quarter, the teams will shoot double bonus, 2-shot free throws after 4 fouls per quarter. That one is good by Howard. 8-4, the Blue Angels lead here. Under 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter. This is Runge. The top. Almost thrown away. Gathered back here. Here's Oviedo. Nice dish to Becky Onan. just off the top. Ball is tipped around, and it looks like Blue Angels came up. No, we have a jump ball. Jump ball, the possession will stay with the Blue Angels here. Good fight on the inside by Oviedo and Runge, along with Swafford to keep that ball alive and in possession. Runge, good pump fake. She kicks it out here. Is Taylor Yort. Her three-point attempt is off the mark. Kurtula the rebound for the Eagles, and they look to push. Madison Lade, the three-point attempt. That's what she does, folks. Pretty good score. Again, comes in averaging 15.5 points per game, leading the team for Emmaus Bible. And she cuts the lead to 1 here, 8-7. Here's Onan at the elbow, out to Runge. Her three-point attempt is no good. Rebounded by Kimball. She looked to push there and got pushed. Looks like the foul there goes on Katie Swalford. That is her second personal foul. Team 6, so Kimball will go to the line shooting 2. Kimball, a sophomore out of Dubuque, Iowa, has been running the point so far today for the Eagles. Done a nice job against the half-court pressure of the Angels. She knocks down the first free throw. Into the game for the Blue Angels now is Richardson. And Kimball will shoot one more. Both teams have very young rosters here. As Kimball off the mark, gathered by Richardson. For Emmaus Bible College, only one upperclassman, a junior, who has not seen playing time yet. Her name is Hope Brown. Otherwise, everyone else, freshmen and sophomores. Basically, the same goes for the Angels. As Oviedo drives to the bucket and the foul. She gets it to go there. Foul called on Madison Lade. And that is Ariel Oviedo with a nice move there. Checking in for the Eagles is Sharon Tomlinson, replacing Labe. And Oviedo at the line for the and one. Free throw is good. Blue Angels lead here, 11-8 in the early goings. Just under 30 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Kimball now looking to drive. Gets tangled up by Oviedo. And jump ball called. Possession will stay with the Eagles. Here's the inbound. That's Howard with the pump fake. She pulls up in the lane, but the shot is no good. Rebounded by Onan. 3 seconds here. Good stifling defense there by Nakia Kimball. That will end our first quarter. The score here, Blue Angels 11 and the Eagles 8. We will be back shortly to start the second quarter of today's game. there with Allie Howard and Sharon Tomlinson. In here for the Blue Angels. Richardson's out there with Runge, Oviedo, Onan, and Yort. Here's Yort on the elbow. Looking. Here's Oviedo. Puts up a 3 and good. Nice shot there by Oviedo. Really bringing the spark so far for the Eagles. Howard now for 3 for the Eagles. Off the mark. Runge with the rebound. They look to push. It's 2-on-2. Runge to the hole. Off the mark. In and out. Rebounded by Nakia Kimball. She brings the ball back up the floor. Kurtula out. That is West off the mark. Onan. Skies for the rebound there. And the Angels reset the offense. Here's Runge at the top. Off the screen. Richardson drives baseline. Stopped by Kimball. Here's Oviedo. Runge now. Through the middle. Ball gets away, but saved by Onan. Oviedo, a nice dish off the bounce to Yort. And she's fouled. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. Foul called on Marissa Kurtula. Her first personal foul. Here is Yort at the line. Taylor Yort, 5'5" freshman from Omaha, Nebraska, knocks down the first. Checking in for the Blue Angels. 14, Katie Swafford. And 32, Taja Williams. And Yort knocks him down. Extends the lead here to 16-8. Here's some zone pressure by the Blue Angels as Kimball walks it up. Long pass ahead. And a nice dish there by West to find Kurtula for the easy bucket. Runge sets up the offense now. Over to Swafford. Back to Runge. Runge looks to drive. Back to Swafford. Swafford drives, hits the open teammate here. And Yort with another back bucket. Nice find there by Runge to find Yort for the open jump shot there. Timeout is called by Mount Mary. Coach Mark Heidoff wants to talk things over here with his team as the Blue Angels lead the Eagles 18-10 here in the second quarter. Well, if you got a moment, let's recap last night's game for the Blue Angels. Again, lost to Alverno College 75-31. Chandrika Richardson and Becky Onan stepped up in the loss, leading the offensive scoring. Richardson went 2 for 2 from beyond the arc and scored 13, her second highest game total in her career since scoring 15 against IIT last season. Onan finished with 11 and did her best on the glass, pulling in 4 rebounds. Looks like we're all set here for action again as Kimball brings up the ball for the Eagles. She looks long again. That was Rachel West, sophomore from Remsen, Iowa, with the bucket. A good find by Kimball. She's really looking to throw the ball ahead against this zone press. As Onan drives into the lane, she's bumped for the foul. That foul is on Marissa Kurtula. Her second personal foul as Oviedo checks back into the game for Yort. Good minutes there by Yort, registering 4 points in just a few minutes there. Onan off the screen. The jumper's no good. Williams on the rebound. That's no good, but the Angels keep it alive, and there's Swafford with the jump shot. Nice little move there, and a third try there. Here's Howard. Kicks it to Tomlinson, to West in the corner. That 3 is good. Nice shot there by Rachel West. As Mount Mary pushes the ball up the court. Oviedo looking, she drives. Now pulls it back out. Here's Runge, lines it up for a three, decides to drive. Off the glass and no good. Rebounded there by Allie Howard as the Eagles push. Here's West. Kimball now. Off the dribble. That shot's no good. Rebounded by Oviedo. Oviedo pushes now. Finds Runge on the baseline. Back out to Onan. And Runge to reset. Here's Oviedo. Looking. Runge now. Let's drive middle. Here's Oviedo off the dribble for three. That shot's good. Another one there by Ariel Oviedo. And we have a timeout call. Looks by Emmaus Bible College. A 30-second timeout called by Coach Kyle Graw. So far today for the Blue Angels, some good scoring by the new faces. Oviedo, a 5'4" junior from Shawnee, Wisconsin, providing a spark. And Taylor York, a 5'5" freshman, providing a spark off the bench for the Blue Angels. We're set to go here back at the Bleckel Center. Blue Angels lead this one 23-15 with 6 minutes remaining here in the first half. Here's Labe on the drive. Madison Labe gets the bucket there. Here's Oviedo. Oviedo sets the offense. To Runge, now Swafford. Here's Onan in the post. Good dish there by Onan as she finds Oviedo for the easy bucket. A good find by Becky Onan there in the post for the easy two. This is Labe for three. No good. Swafford gets the rebound. She looks to push. A lot of ball handling here by the Blue Angels. A lot of players on the team here that can handle the basketball, bring the ball up the floor. As Runge looks to drive. Richardson. Looks like Richardson kind of lost the ball, but it looks like it will stay with the Blue Angels with 14 on the shot clock. Checking in for the Eagles is Marissa Kurtula. She will replace Kimball as she takes a seat for the first time today. Runge looks, sets up the offense. Here's Swafford. Oviedo drives baseline, now spins back middle, and a good bucket there by Oviedo. Ariel Oviedo really bringing the scoring this afternoon as the Eagles look to work their offense now. Labe on the drive. That one's no good. She wants to look to get it going here for the Eagles, but just nothing doing there. Here's Oviedo now. Looks to get it in. Here's Onan in the post. One dribble pull-up is good by Becky Onan in the post. Good move there. 29-17, Blue Angels. 4 minutes left as Labe finds Kurtula for the bucket. Swafford across the timeline to Runge. Here's Oviedo on the left. Looks inside. Now Swafford tries a three. That one's off the mark. Rebounded by Labe. And now Kurtula brings up the court. That's Edmondson. Aaron Edmondson with a triple. Off the mark. And Oviedo slows it down. Walks it across the timeline here. 29-19. 3.5 left to play here in the second quarter. As Oviedo off the screen from Richardson. Little errant pass, but remains with the Blue Angels as Swafford drives middle, off the backboard. And it looks like a loose ball foul called by the referee on the Blue Angels. That will be on Chandrika Richardson, her third personal foul. I apologize, second personal foul. Checking in for her is Taylor York as the Eagles look to work their offense. Labe for three. That one was contested. No good. Onan with the rebound. And gets it to Runge. Jess Runge up the court now. Here's Oviedo. Back to Runge. Thought about the shot there. Decided to pass off. Aerial now to Swafford. Here's Onan. She lines up a triple, and it's good. Becky Onan for three. And answered right back by Rachel West with her own three. Score now 32-22. Just over 2 minutes remaining here in the first half. Swafford here looks baseline. And we've got a foul call here. Looks like it's on Sharon Tomlinson. As the Eagles bring in a few new faces here. Checking back in is Allie Howard, number 20, and Nakia Kimball. They're coming back into the game. Errant pass, but it looks like the Blue Angels will recover. As Jess Runge looks baseline, now dishes off to Oviedo. Onan wants the ball in the post. Not there. Swafford. Katie Swafford for three. Here's Kimball now looking to push into the lane. And off the backboard, no good. Jess Runge gets the rebound. She brings it up. Swafford now. Onan back to Swafford. Off the mark. Grabbed by Onan. Off the mark again. And a good hustle play there by Oviedo, but she stepped out of bounds. Ball will go with Emmaus Bible College. Kimball will look to run the offense here. She dishes to Edmondson. She drives baseline. Here's Howard driving middle. With the floater and the foul. Foul will go on Ariel Oviedo. That's a good move there by Allie Howard. She'll shoot one more. That one's good. 35-25 here. Minute 15 remaining. The Blue Angels are leading the Emmaus Bible College Eagles. Here's Oviedo. She's had a good day so far. She looks inside to Onan. Onan with the power dribble. She goes up and is fouled. Rachel West picks up the foul there. Her first personal foul as Onan will head to the line. First one good there by Becky Onan. Checking in for the Blue Angels, number 32, Taja Williams. A freshman from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Rufus King High School. As Onan will shoot one more. Off the mark, rebounded by Edmondson, and the Eagles will bring it up. Screen set here, but instead dished off by Kimball. There's Edmondson with the fake, the drive, out to West. West puts up a three. No good. Ball's deflected out of bounds by the Eagles. And it will be Mount Mary basketball with 41 seconds to play here in the second quarter. Omiedo into Williams. She looks for her teammates. Little dump off to Runge. She finds Swafford in the right corner. Off the mark. Kurtula looks to push. Up to West. Ball's deflected there by Swafford. Good play. And out to, that's Kimball for 3. No good. Swafford with the rebound. She looks to push. 5 seconds here. Ooh, a little off on the mark there with the pass. And that's a turnover for Katie Swafford. 3 seconds remaining here. Let's see if Emmaus Bible will get a shot off. Kimball looks to push. And no shot, says the referee. That is the end of the first half. Mount Mary University leads this one 36-25 over visiting Emmaus Bible College. We will check back here with a couple minutes left in halftime to go over the halftime stats. Again, Blue Angels lead it here 36-25. All right, folks, welcome back to Mount Mary University basketball here at the Bleckel Center. The Mount Mary Blue Angels lead it here at halftime over the Emmaus Bible College Eagles, 36-25. Before we get our second half started, let's take a look at the halftime stats for the Blue Angels. They were led by Ariel Oviedo, who had 13 points in the opening half on 5 of 7 shooting and 5 rebounds to go along with that. She also had 2 3-pointers made, so she led the way for the Blue Angels. Katie Swafford chipped in with 9 points and 5 rebounds. And Becky Onan off the bench came in with 8 points, 6 rebounds in just 11 minutes of work. For the Eagles, Rachel West led the way for the Eagles in the first half. She scored 10 points on 4 of 9 shooting. She also collected 6 rebounds. Madison Labe was just 2 of 8 in the first half. She had 5 points. She also had some foul trouble, picking up 2 fouls in the first half, but she did chip in with 3 rebounds and 2 assists. Team stats here for Emmaus Bible College: shot just 33% in the first quarter, 9 of 33 shooting. I'm sorry, the first half, 9 of 33 shooting, 3 of 11 from downtown for 27%. But both defenses have been pretty well this first half. Mount Mary only shot 14 of 34 for 41% on the game in the first half. They were, however, 4 of 8 from downtown and 4 of 5 at the line. That's our recap. Resetting the teams here for the third quarter, the second half about to start. We've got Nakia Kimball handling the ball here for the Eagles. She's out there with Tomlinson and Edmondson. Rachel West is also out there with Madison Labe, who puts up the 3. That one's no good. Mount Mary resetting them as they bring up the ball. That's Oviedo. She's out there with Runge. Williams is out there with Chandrika Richardson as Oviedo puts in the runner. And just to recap, Katie Swafford also out there for the Blue Angels. Here's Kimball at the elbow. She gets a jump shot to go off the assist from Lade. Runge brings the ball across the timeline, kicks it to Oviedo. And Swafford off some screens. She takes a jumper. That one's good. Nice little jump shot there by Katie Swafford. 40-27 here in the third quarter, just underway, as the Blue Angels lead Emmaus Bible College. Here's Rachel West in the post. She kicks out to Kimball. Nakia Kimball for 3. Off the mark, and Swafford brings in the rebound. Kicks it off to Ariel Oviedo. She spins into the lane. Now off to Jess Runge. Runge resets. She looks to Richardson. Richardson goes baseline. And fouled. Kind of went down awkwardly there. Fouled on the shot. She'll go to the line shooting 2. Richardson, a 5'3" senior from Atlanta, Georgia. Doesn't get the first one to go. Checking in for the Eagles, number 23, Marissa Kurtula for Emmaus Bible College. Richardson at the line. She'll shoot her second here. And that one's off the mark as well. Rachel West brings down the rebound, and the Eagles look to push. And it looks like we have a foul called there. Number 12, Ariel Oviedo. as Kurtula took a hard fall there. Here's Labe in the corner for three. That one is good. Here's Williams now in the post. Ball is stripped. And a jump ball called. Possession will stay with the Blue Angels as Onan looks to check back in for the Blue Angels. Onan off a solid first half with 8 points, 6 rebounds, and just 11 minutes off the bench. We'll see if she can provide another spark here in the second half. Here's Onan now off the screen in the post. Out to Oviedo. Oviedo with the jumper. No good. Rebounded by Madison Labe. Labe now pushing. Out to Kimball. Kimball for three. Off the mark. Tallinson with the rebound. She gets blocked by Onan. And Blue Angels come down with it. Richardson setting up the offense. Here's Swafford now at the top. Into Onan. A little too quick there for Swafford. She's called for the travel. Shuffle her feet before she started with the dribble. As the Eagles bring it up. Here's Kutula. Labe now for three. That one is good. Labe starting to heat up. Again, she's the leading scorer for this Emmaus Bible College team. Back-to-back triples for Madison Labe. As Mount Mary calls its first timeout of the second half. It is a full timeout. As our score now 40, the Blue Angels lead it here 40-33 after back-to-back triples by Madison Labe. Again, Labe comes into today's game averaging 15 points per game in the team's first 4 games in this season. She's getting it going here in the first half. She was just 1 of 4 from 3 in the first half, but now in the second has hit back-to-back threes to trim this lead to single digits. We'll see if head coach Mark Heidorf drew up a new strategy to defend the scoring threat of Madison Labe here. As we get ready to go back with the action. Pressure here by the Eagles. Full court press now as Runge brings the ball up. She gets it across the timeline, sets the offense. Trap now in the corner. Stingy defense by the Eagles as they pick up the intensity. This is Kurtula out to West for the jumper. That one's no good. Richardson brings it down. Very up and down style game this afternoon. Both teams looking to push the ball the entire day. Here's Oviedo to Runge. Runge with the open lane, and she gets hacked. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. Foul was on Rachel West, her second personal foul. And with over 6 minutes remaining here in the third quarter, Jess Runge will go to the line to shoot 2. First one's good by Runge. Jess Runge, a junior from Freedom, Wisconsin, played all 20 minutes of the first half. As the second free throw is off the mark. 41-33, the Blue Angels lead it here. Just over 6 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Again, college basketball for women's this year has changed the format as Labe doesn't get that one to go. format has changed. Instead of 2 halves, it's 4 10-minute quarters. So it's a little bit different than previous years, as a backcourt violation is called on the Blue Angels. Here's Tomlinson to inbound it to Kimball as the Eagles set up their offense. West over to that's Labe. Labe again for 3. She is feeling it this second half. 3 threes here in the third quarter for Madison Labe, as she cuts the lead down now to 5. Oviedo over to Runge. She gets it into Onan. Onan with the post move here, and she's fouled. She'll go to the line. Foul's called on Rachel West, her 3rd personal foul, as Onan looks to go to the line. First one's no good by Onan, as Erin Edmondson, a sophomore from Murfreesboro, Tennessee, checks into the game, as Onan will go to the line for one more. That one's good by Becky. Lead back up to 6 now for the Angels. Kimball, she's defended by Swafford. Here's Edmondson. Onan all over her. Forces the errant pass. Richardson thought that she didn't touch it. It would have been her ball. But the referee thought differently. Now the referees will have a conversation to see what they saw. Coach Mark Heidorf thinks the ball went off the Eagles. Now it looks like they will reset the shot clock to 17 since the ball did not change possession. And it looks like we're set, ready to go. This is Lay with the inbound pass. Let's see if they got anything. No. Kimball will set up the offense. She gets into the lane. Oh, no good. In and out by Nakia Kimball as Onan brings down the rebound. Here's Oviedo now. Onan on the top to Runge. Out to Swafford. Good ball movement by the Angels. Swafford puts up the 3, and that one is good. Nice shot there by Katie Swafford. Good ball movement as well by the Blue Angels there on that possession. This is Edmondson now. Almost threw it away. But here's Kimball now on the top of the key. She looks inside. Back out to Tomlinson. Kimball now. Off the dribble. That jump shot is good. Nice move there by Nakia Kimball. Swafford looks to set up the offense. Picks up her dribble. And Coach Heidorf for the Blue Angels didn't like what he saw there. He calls a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout. Blue Angels lead it here 45-38 here in the third quarter. Just over 4 minutes to play in the quarter. A tightly contested ball game this afternoon. Both teams very stingy on defense, looking to push the ball once they grab the defensive rebounds. Been a high energy contest on both sides this afternoon. The story so far in the second half has been Madison Labe with 3 3-point field goals in this quarter to trim the deficit. They were down at one point by 13. But has since cut it back. Right now, currently a 7-point ball game on the shoulders of Labe and her dynamic shooting. Here's Richardson setting up the offense. Off to Runge. Runge is doubled. Finds Swafford in the corner. She's called for a travel. Shifted her feet instead of making the pass right away. Kind of got caught off guard by the defense. as the ball goes with the Eagles. Across the timeline now. Kimball off the screen, looks to blow past the defender, and that is Taylor York called with the blocking foul there. Her first personal foul of today's game, as Kimball sets up the offense. Kurtula with the errant pass, but Eagles keep possession. That was Edmondson with the three-point attempt off the mark as the the Angels look to push. Onan in the corner, out to Runge. Here's Richardson now to Swafford. Swafford drives baseline. Looks for Onan, the open jumper. It is good. Nice ball movement again by the Blue Angels as Onan finds herself wide open for the jumper. Here's Edmondson to Labe. Labe tries another three. That one's no good. Little heat check there from Madison Labe. But that one's off the mark. Blue Angels set up the offense. Here's Swafford. Onan at the high post. Looks for a handoff. Nothing there. Out to Richardson. Here's York. To Runge. Runge pump fakes into the lane. That one's off the mark. Kimball with the rebound. She looks to push. Labe drives baseline. Easy bucket there from Madison Labe. Her scoring continues here in the second half, as that's 11 points now in just the third quarter. Swafford drives now. She puts it up and up. In. Good move by Katie Swafford. Here's Kurtula. Drives in, and that's an offensive foul. Good defensive positioning there by Taylor York. She draws the offensive foul. As now the Blue Angels check in Ariel Oviedo. Good job, Taylor. Into the Eagles lineup, Allie Howard, number 20. And Townsend here now with some pressure on the Eagles. Now she backs up as Runge brings up the ball. Here's Oviedo. Good first half scoring. Nothing yet this second half. And a foul called on Madison Labe. Off the ball. And that is the fifth team foul in the quarter. So York will go to the line to shoot two. Correction. That is Jess Runge at the line to shoot two. Runge, another newcomer here for the Blue Angels. First one is off the mark. She's done the primary of the ball handling this afternoon. And in fact, she played all 20 minutes in the first half. Gets the second one to fall. The Blue Angels lead it here 50-40 with under 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Here is Kimball off the screen from Labe. Now on the wing. She looks to drive. Had some contact there before the shot, looks like. And the foul there on Ariel Oviedo. Labe looks baseline. Good defense there by Onan to keep her contained. We're going to blocking foul there on Taylor York. She tried for another offensive foul. That time she just got in the way. Team's fourth personal foul. Eagles will be in the bonus if there's another foul. Looks like the referee played a little defense there. Not everyone was set, and here we go. Labe with the fall-away jumper. That one's no good. Good defense and rebound there by Taylor York as Runge looks to push now. Richardson, she lines up a triple. That one is good. Jandrika Richardson with a little spark. Here's Kimball now. Kimball off the screen. This is Kurtula, drives baseline. Tomlinson gets into the lane. Off the window and draws the foul. The foul is called there on Ariel Oviedo, and it looks like Tomlinson is slow to get up. Sharon Tomlinson, a 6-foot sophomore from Jackson Hole. Let's hope that she's okay. We'll step aside as we tend to Sharon Tomlinson. Alright, folks, looks like action is about to begin again. Sharon Tomlinson was just helped off the floor by the Mount Mary athletic training staff. Let's hope that she is alright. Looked like it was possibly an ankle injury. Into the game for Tomlinson is Erin Edmondson. She'll shoot the free throw for the and one. And that one is good by Edmondson. Blue Angels lead it here 53-43. Under a minute remaining in the third quarter. Here is Jess Runge bringing the ball up now. Sets up the offense. Here's Taylor Yort off to Onan. Onan looks inside. Richardson. She gets blocked, deflected by Marissa Kurtula. Labe now looks to push. She floats one up and in. Madison Labe continues to score here in the second half. After scoring just 5 in the first half, has come out and scored 13 in the third quarter, as that one is thrown away by Runge. It'll be Eagles basketball here with 20 seconds. Looks like they might take the last shot of the quarter. Kimball off the screen. She looks to drive. Allie Taylor, that's off the mark. Now Swarford with 8 seconds. She gets it to Runge. Runge will drive baseline. Kicks it to Swafford. Swafford off the glass. No good. That is the end of the third quarter. Emmaus Bible College is 45. Mount Mary Blue Angels with 53. Again, 53-45 as we head to the fourth quarter. We'll step away. right, folks, we are back here. Start of the fourth quarter about to begin. Blue Angels lead it here 53-45. Let's reset the rosters on the floor now. First for the Blue Angels, Jess Runge is out there with Katie Swafford. Chandrika Richardson is out there with Becky Onan and Taylor York for the Blue Angels. This is Allie Howard, drives the lane, off the mark, grabs her own miss, and back out. That's Edmondson for three. She lines it up and is good. Let's reset the roster here for the Eagles. Kimball is out there with Lade. West and Edmondson in at the forwards. And Allie Howard out there. Onan now with a good move. Good post move there by Becky Onan. She puts it in off the glass. That's Edmondson. I'm sorry, that's Howard in the corner. Allie Howard for three. As the lead is trimmed to 4 now. 55-51. 9 minutes to play here in the last quarter. Swafford with the jumper. No good. Lade looks to push. Here's West now. Back to Lade. She lines up a three. Off the mark. They grab their own miss and look to reset. Here's Edmondson. She drives around Onan, and an easy bucket off the glass. Just a 2-point game here. Over 8 minutes to play in the fourth. Should be a good game the rest of the way here. As Richardson off to Runge. Runge now off the pick by York. She floats one up and in. Good move, Jess Runge, excuse me. Onan with the block. And the Blue Angels bring it the other way. Runge sets the offense. Good play there defensively by Becky Onan. Swafford now off to Richardson to Runge. Swafford now again. Richardson with the jumper. That one's no good. Rachel West grabs the rebound. And Kimball now. She pushes. Good D by Jess Runge. But she steps out of bounds with the steal. So it will remain with the Eagles. Entering the game for the Blue Angels, number 12, Ariel Oviedo, and number 32, Taja Williams. Here's West for three. West lines it up and hits the three. Good shooting in the second half by Emmaus Bible College, as they trim the lead to just 1 now. Here's Oviedo with the ball fake. Swafford off to Runge. Williams, she spins and drives. And she's called for the travel. Here's Emmaus Bible College now walking it up the floor, across the timeline, as they set up the offense. Very run and gun style here for Emmaus Bible College. Here's West over to Kimball. Back in. That's Howard with the missed shot. Onan grabs the rebound. And here's Runge now. Runge decides to pull it back out. Oviedo now in the corner. Oviedo to the middle. She's fouled and the bucket. Nice move by Ariel Oviedo. Eagles foul was called on Madison Lade, as she will come out of the ball game here for the Eagles. Oviedo at the line for one more. And that one's good. Checking in for the Blue Angels. 22, Taylor York, and Chandrika Richardson, number 10. They replace Onan and Williams as the Blue Angels go up 60-56. apologize there for the delay, folks. Looks like an Emmaus Bible College player had some sort of panic attack, maybe an asthma attack on the floor. So we did clear the floor. She has since been taken off by the athletic training staff. And now we have a timeout called by Emmaus Bible, a 30-second timeout. It will be Emmaus Bible basketball as we get set to return here. Again, our score, Blue Angels 60 and the Eagles 56. Just over 6 minutes here remaining in the contest. A little bit of a scary moment there. We hope that Nakia Kimball for the Eagles is okay. And hopefully it was nothing too serious there. We're about ready to go. Referee's just checking with the score table. Not sure what the delay is here. And we're set for basketball. Here's Kurtula now with the zone presser. Labe, she looks across court. Blue Angels scrambling on defense, but it looks like it's kind of a zone defense here, a pressure zone. Trying to get a trap. Labe receives the inbound pass, and she is held by Ariel Oviedo. Into the game for the Blue Angels, Taylor York. Little scoreboard malfunction there, as the buzzer went off at the wrong time. Let's see if we're set to go now. The confusion there was that Ariel Oviedo has fouled out of today's game, and so the shot clock automatically went off. Errant pass there, thrown out of bounds. Turnover for the Eagles as the Blue Angels take possession here with just under 6 minutes remaining in the contest. Again, our score of 60-56. Blue Angels looking for their first win of this young season in their home opener. York for three. That one's off the mark. Howard grabs the rebound. She kicks it to Labe. Labe brings it up court. Looks to make a move. Now off to West. West in the corner. She found Howard in the paint. Howard's shot was no good, and then deflected out of bounds by the Eagles. Blue Angels will take over. Here's Runge walking the ball up now as the Angels look to set up their offense. This is Richardson. Off to Swafford. Swafford called for the travel there on the baseline. And the Eagles will take possession. There's Kurtua. Off to Howard. This is West to Edmondson. Edmondson looks to make a move. Onan defending. She gets around Onan into the lane and gets the basket to go. Just a 2-point game now. Under 5 minutes to play. Blue Angels have been leading for the majority of the game here today. At one time they were up by 14, but now it's just a 2-point ball game as Richardson looked inside. Oh, it looked like a foul call, but instead the referee signaled 3 in the key by the Blue Angels. 3-second violation. So turnover, ball will go the other way. There's Kurtula. Edmondson now off the dribble. This is West in the corner. West 3-point shot is no good. Rebounded by York. This is Swafford pushing. Swafford with an opening. Decides not to take it. Here's Onan. Onan drives. And before the shot, it looks like we have a foul call. That's on Rachel West, a 5'8" sophomore for the Eagles. That was her 4th personal foul as York looks to inbound. This is Runge at the top of the key. Jess Runge, a junior from Freedom, Wisconsin. Onan with the cut. She gets hacked, and she'll go to the line. Nice move there by Onan. And a good find by Katie Swafford. That is number 5 on Rachel West. Her 5th personal foul, so she will check out of the game. Replacing her is Sharon Tomlinson, number 10. As Onan goes to the line to shoot 2. First one good by Onan, who is also the goalie on the soccer team. Second one is short. Ball is tapped around a little bit, but controlled by the Eagles. Here's Labe. Labe looking. She looks inside to Kurtula. Back to Labe. Good cut off the pass there. Madison Labe continues her scoring output in the second half, as it's now just a 1-point game. This is Onan. York, no good on the jumper. As Labe takes control, she pushes across the timeline. She looks inside to Kurtula. Kurtula is fouled. That one is on Chandrika Richardson, her 4th personal foul. And Erin Edmondson puts in the go-ahead bucket for Emmaus Bible College. Off the inbound there. This is Jess Runge to York. Richardson now at the elbow. She drives left. Puts one up and gets hacked. She'll go to the line. Foul is on Allie Howard, number 20. Her 1st personal foul this afternoon. And here is Richardson to try to tie this ball game up. And she does. Makes the first one with just under 3 minutes to play. Score tied now 62-62. And Richardson at the line for one more. That one is good. That puts the Blue Angels back up by 1. And a zone pressure here by the Blue Angels now. Gets it across the timeline. Back to Labe. Labe is pressured. Over to Howard. Howard is doubled. And out of the double team comes a foul on Katie Swafford. Her 3rd personal foul. Team's 3rd. And the ball's inbounded here to Kurtula. Marissa Kurtula. Looks now, here's Edmondson. Labe on the wing. Lane looks to spin. Good defensive pressure by Runge as the ball swung around. Labe again on the wing. Guarded by Runge. Let's see the matchup here. Labe will put up a jumper. That one's off the mark. Onan comes down after the scramble. Just over 2 minutes to play here, as the Blue Angels lead by 1. Here's Swafford setting up the offense. to Runge in the corner. Off the screen from Onan. She'll drive middle. Look for Swafford. Looks like she might have got hacked, but no foul call. As the three comes up short, here's Lave on the push to Edwardson. Here's Courtois back out to Howard. Howard for three. Off the mark. Onan with another rebound. She's got double digits now. Swafford will look to set it up. This is Yort on the wing. See if they can get it to Richardson. And before that, a timeout called by Coach Mark Hydorf for the Blue Angels. It will be a full timeout. If you just joined us, it's been a good ball game so far this afternoon. At one point, the Blue Angels led by 14 in the first half and into the second half. But Emmaus Bible College has since came back off on the shoulders of Madison Lave, who's their leading scorer for this season. She connected on 3 threes in a row in the third quarter to cut the deficit to 7. And since then has stayed on the gas pedal in the scoring department, definitely leading her team here in the second half. On the other side, scoring has been pretty balanced throughout for the Blue Angels lineup. First half, Ariel Oviedo scored 13 points, but did not score here in the second half, has since fouled out. But the scoring has since gone to players such as Taylor York, Becky Onan, and Katie Swafford in the second half. We've got 1 minute, 25 seconds here remaining in the game. Blue Angels lead it here by 1 after the timeout. This is into Richardson. Tries to get it into Onan. Ball is tipped away and then tipped out of bounds. Referee points Eagles basketball. Foul is called on Chandrika Richardson. That is her 5th personal foul, so she will check out of the game. Into the game to replace her is 32 Taja Williams. Both teams will now be in the bonus, shooting free throws the rest of the way. Ball is stripped away, gathered by Onan. And it looks like we might have another injury here. As Marissa Courtois is slow to get up. There's a little collision there on the loose ball. Looks like she may have just got the wind knocked out of her, possibly banged a knee. And from this, we have a timeout called by Emmaus Bible College. A full timeout. Been a good ball game so far this afternoon between Mount Mary University and Emmaus Bible College. Last year this teams met. The Blue Angels took the game last year, snapping a 16-game losing streak for the Blue Angels. Last year, Becky Onan, who was then a freshman, scored a season-high 25 points, which would also be a career high, and also pitched in 8 rebounds and 4 assists. She's had a good game here today as well, with double-digit rebounds and points to make a double-double for her. Back to the action now. This is Swafford to Onan. Runge on the wing. She looks, and now resets. Off the screen by Onan. She looks to drive, and she is fouled. Blocking foul there by Sharon Tomlinson. as Runge will go to the line. She will shoot 2. She rattles in the first one there. That makes the lead 64-62 with under a minute remaining here. Let's see if Runge can make the second now. That one's off the mark. Grabbed by Labe. She looks to push. Under a minute remaining. 2-point ball game. This is Edmondson. Here's Howard. Howard looking to Labe. She'll be the go-to. She drives the lane. Floats one up. Off the mark. Rattled around. Eagles keep possession. Good defensive play there by Jess Runge. Unfortunately unable to stay in bounds off the steal, so the ball will go back to the Eagles. 23 seconds remaining here in the game. Eagles will look to tie it up. This is Kurtula. Now Howard. Tomlinson. Howard again. Labe, she wants it. Let's see the matchup here. Switched off by Onan. She gets around Onan and ties the game up. 7 seconds remaining here. Here's Onan. Onan will look. 4 seconds. 2 seconds. Shots up by Williams, but no good. Looks like this one will go to overtime. Score at the end of the regulation, 64-64. Again, a good bucket there by Madison Labe to tie the game up with under 10 seconds remaining. She got around the defense, continued her scoring streak here in the second half, and got that one to go off the glass. Blue Angels had a pretty good look there at the end of regulation. Onan brought the ball up, found Taja Williams, but the shot was off the mark. So we will head to overtime, a 5-minute overtime period. It will be interesting here because both teams have a couple players who have fouled out. So it will be on the shoulders of the 5 that were in the game for the Blue Angels. Both Shandrika Richardson and Ariel Oviedo have fouled out for the Blue Angels, so it will be Runge, Swafford, York, Williams, and Onan for this overtime period. For the Eagles, we've got Tomlinson out there. She's with Kurtula and Howard. Edmondson, they're out there with Madison Labe, who will take the tip against Onan for this overtime period. Possession to the Blue Angels for the overtime as Runge looks to set the offense here. Good ball game here this afternoon. Gets it to Onan on the elbow. Back to York. York throws up a 3. Off the mark and then hits the shot clock. So out of bounds. Ball goes to Emmaus Bible College. Mount Mary brings the pressure. Ball is tipped out of bounds. Possession will stay with the Eagles. Here's Labe. Labe will look to score probably the whole overtime period here. She spins into the lane, gets around, and is fouled. She'll go to the line. Foul is on Becky Onan. Her first personal foul. Both teams will stay in the bonus here for the overtime period. So 2 shots on every foul the rest of the way. As Madison Labe hits the first. Madison Labe having a very good ball game this afternoon. The sophomore from Ankeny, Iowa. Having a terrific second half and overtime period. Scoring the basketball. Here's Runge. She finds Onan on the cut. Williams throws one up. That's off the mark. Tipped around. And possession kept by the Eagles. They look to push. Here's Labe. Labe drives baseline. And an offensive foul called on Madison Labe. Drawn by Taylor York once again. And that is a huge play there for the Blue Angels. As Madison Labe, the team's leading scorer coming into the game, the leading scorer in today's game, is fouled out on that offensive foul. So a great defensive play there by Taylor York. We'll see if the Blue Angels can capitalize here. We've got 4 minutes remaining here in overtime. Blue Angels trail it by 2. As York on the side. Little errant pass. She gets the ball back. Here's Swafford now. Swafford looks. She drives middle, then around. Puts up the shot off the backboard, no good. Tomlinson grabs the rebound. This is Kurtula. She pushes. Jump shot is off the mark. Onan grabs another board. She's cleaning the glass this afternoon. Double-digit rebounds and points for a double-double for Becky Onan. As Runge looks to set the offense here. Off the screen by Onan. Now Onan on the wing. She looks to make a move. Drives middle. Doesn't get the shot to go, but is fouled. So she'll go to the line. Foul is on Sharon Tomlinson. Her 4th personal foul. As Onan will go to the line to shoot 2. Unable to get the first one to go. See if she can cut this game to a 1-point lead. And she rattles that one in. 1-point game now with just over 3 minutes to play. 66-65. Emmaus Bible leads it here in overtime. Ball's tipped away and stolen by the Blue Angels. York comes up with the loose ball. And Runge will look to have the offense. Here's Swafford now. Good dish to Williams. Off the backboard and no good. Well, a good look there by Swafford to find Williams. She was open. Here's Kurtula now. And looks like we have a timeout called by Emmaus Bible College. Head coach Kyle Graw with a 30-second timeout. One big play that happened here in overtime. Offensive foul called on Madison Labe of Emmaus Bible College. Team's leading scorer and leading scorer for today's game. Called for the offensive foul. It was her 5th. So with 4 minutes still remaining in the overtime period, the Eagles lost their leading scorer for the rest of the game. We'll see if Mount Mary Blue Angels can take advantage as we're set to resume play now. Here's Kurtula. Larissa Kurtula off the screen. This is Edmondson. Edmondson drives. That's Howard. She finds Kurtula, but blocked by Becky Onan. The block by Becky Onan and grabs the rebound there. Great defensive play by Becky. Runge now. She sets the offense. Swafford. She strides a triple. No good. York grabs a rebound. Offensive rebound. Out to Onan. They reset. Just over 2 to play. York drives. Here's Swafford. Onan. She's going to try the 3. Off the back of the rim. No good. Scramble for the loose ball. And a jump ball called. Possession will go with the Eagles, but perhaps a big play there for the jump ball. Here's Kurtula bringing up the ball. More zone pressure by the Angels. Onan with another block. Good defensive play by Onan. Using those long arms, she blocked the first shot, made it hard for the second shot, and they get the rebound. They come the other way. Here's Runge off the screen. Swafford, Katie Swafford for three. And the Blue Angels lead it here by 2 with just over a minute remaining in overtime. Big bucket by Katie Swafford. And a steal. Mount Mary comes up with the ball there. And again, it was Katie Swafford who came up with the ball. Just over a minute to play. Blue Angels lead it by 2 as Swafford drives baseline. Taja Williams put up the shot. It hit all of the rim, but was not able to drop. Here's Allie Howard with the shot. No good. Onan with the rebound. Another rebound by Onan this afternoon. Mount Mary looks to push. And a timeout called by Coach Mark Heidorf. He's pretty pleased with his team right now as they lead it here 68-66. 40 seconds remaining in overtime. Again, if you just joined us or stepped away, Katie Swafford just hit a go-ahead 3-point basket with just over a minute to play. And then came up with a steal on the other end. So a good sequence there by Katie Swafford. Really a good sequence there by the entire team. We'll see if the Blue Angels can hold on to this one here. Again, with 40 seconds remaining. This is crunch time. We'll see some free throws here at the end. And hopefully for Coach Mark Heidorf and this Blue Angel team, they can make the free throws when they count. Get set, ready for action. We'll just reset the Eagles lineup here. Tomlinson is out there with Howard, Edmondson, and Kurtula. And Tiffany Hendricks in the ballgame for the Eagles. Runge looks to inbound. Pass is tipped away, but it will stay with the Blue Angels. As they look to get it in again. Good pressure by the Eagles. Pass is bounced away. Recovered by Taylor York. She'll bring it up the middle. Becky Onan now. Here's Swafford. Swafford in the corner. 30 seconds remaining. Ball is tipped away again on the pass. Looks like we might have a little stoppage here as we reset the play clock, the shot clock to 10 seconds. 10 seconds to shoot here for the Blue Angels with 28 seconds remaining in the overtime. Runge looks, she gets to York. Onan on the block. Onan goes up with a shot. Pretty well defended, but a foul called. That one's on Marissa Kurtula. As Onan with some big free throws here, she'll go to the line for 2. See if she can put this one away here for the Blue Angels. First one is good. Becky Onan with a good free throw there. 25 seconds remaining. Onan will go to the line for one more. And that one is good. Becky Onan with 2 big free throws here. Blue Angels lead at 70-66. 20 seconds remaining in overtime. Here's Allie Howard. She'll line up a 3. Off the mark. Scramble for the loose ball. The putback is no good. Gathered again by the Eagles. Here's Edwardson for 3. She'll try it. And it's good. A 3-pointer by Erin Edmondson. 5 seconds remaining. And with 1 second remaining, Becky Onan is fouled. the three-pointer was made there by Edmondson with 5 seconds remaining, but they were down 4. It didn't tie the game. And so when the ball was inbounded, nobody looked to foul or anything. I don't know if they were expecting a timeout there. But here's Onan now. She makes the first. She'll get one more to try to put them up 3. And again, just 1 second remaining here on the clock. And a little clarification here by the referees. It was their 5th foul on Sharon Tomlinson. So it looks like the Eagles will play with 4. They don't have anybody left on the bench. Shot's no good, but no time for a rebound and a shot. So there's our final. Our final for today's game. Mount Mary University Blue Angels 71. Emmaus Bible College 69. Good game both ways by both teams as Mount Mary gets their first win of the season in their home opener. Mount Mary will be back in action again Wednesday, November 18th, when they take on Edgewood College at Edgewood. That game is scheduled to start at 7 p.m. Catch us here on MountMaryAthletics.com for another live stream next Saturday when the Blue Angels take on Marion College. That's Saturday the 21st. That game will tip off at 2 o'clock p.m. Again, there we have it. Our final score for today's game, Blue Angels 71, Eagles 69. Again, my name is Clint Andresen, and as always, thank you for joining us today on Mount Mary Athletics. Be sure to catch us again next Saturday. Have a good night.